Good day, YouTube. I just thought I'd take a minute and show you what I'm sure every one of you has in your shop is a big old drawer full of nothing but miscellaneous fasteners that you didn't want to take time to sort, and you didn't really have a better place to put it, so you threw it in a big drawer. And once a month or every other month or something, you plow through this thing looking for that really weird something that you knew you had, and this is probably where you put it. The big drawer full of nuts, bolts, screws, brackets, and anything else you didn't really know what to do with, but you are not going to throw away. And then I'm sure that you all have these old organizers like I've got here. This thing, I know I got it at a yard sale, and most of the stuff that was in, at least the top half of this thing was in it. And once in a while you find that weird thing in there and makes these invaluable, because here you are on a Thursday night at 9 o'clock trying to get something done. The stores are closed, and you've got to have that one special little bracket piece, nut, bolt, screw, washer, whatever, and you find it and you go, yeah, that was sure worth having. And it is. You've got to have this stuff, right? I've done a little bit of organizing in the bottom half of this thing, and at least got my small screws and sheet metal screws and stuff sorted out. But forever, you've got to have an assortment of the quarter inch, quarter 20, 5/16, 3/8, and half inch nuts and bolts and so forth. And buying these things at the big box store, sometimes that's fairly expensive and time consuming. So my shop tip for today is to keep your common nuts, bolts, screws, washers, that kind of thing, organized and stocked. And we have a farm store here where I live that you can buy these items by the pound. You can get grade 2, grade 5, grade 8. And for the most of the stuff that I'm do around my shop, the grade 2 is just fine. I have a few grade 8s and grade 5s and stuff kicking around in here too, because every time I have to go to the store to get something, I get more than just what I needed, and so that I have a few extra of everything. But I'm starting to run low on things like quarter inch washers, 5/16 washers. When these bins start getting a little low and I've got to run to get something anyway, I take the time and go through my nuts and bolts and make a list and buy the stuff by the pound where it's cheap. And so that I don't have to make these million runs on a weekend to the store to get these common fasteners. There's always going to be that weird stuff, right? I just stocked National Coarse. I do have some National Fine, a few. It's very rare that you need them, but once in a while you do. And again, I only get these because I've gone to the store to get some, and I get a few extras. If I need them once, I'll probably gonna need them again. So today is one of those days where I'm working on something, and I'm gonna have to go get a few unique size fasteners. This is my half inch. So basically I have a quarter, 5/16, 3/8, and half inch, and all in National Coarse. So I've taken the time today to make myself a list of the fasteners that I need to go get. I scratched off something because I actually found some. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the farm store, get what I needed, and then I'm going to pick up, individually bag all of my common fasteners that I need so I can come back and stock this thing up. So this is my shop tip. We all have these, right? But we all know how long it takes to get that common item out of there. This one's actually mostly metric for me. So take yourself a little organizer, pick up a decent one. I wish this one was a little better. And one day I hope to do all of this better. But then don't we all? We'd all just love to have this fantastic organizer and spend like 900 hours sorting all that crap out so we could find it. But that's not realistic. I'd rather throw that away and go buy it all new. Anyway, but you've got to have that, right? Because there's just going to be that time when you've got to have that stuff. But I'm going to go to the farm store where I can get this stuff by the pound and get it all bagged up, and I'll be back in a little bit, and we're going to stock this thing back up again, keep it full, so cut down on the million trips to the store for fasteners, especially the common stuff. Be right back. So I've returned from the our local farm store. Got a bunch of nuts and bolts, 1/4x1s, pretty common, use them all the time. So when I'm there, I put them in individual bags, so you just don't have to sort it out. Just takes about a minute. 5/16 by 1. Dump them in. Next, this is a 3/8, all kinds of sizes. All kinds of sizes. I put the short ones in one side and the longer ones in another. That's just a nice variety. This $3. Let me see. Let me speak correctly here. It's $2.49 a pound. I had 5 3/4 pounds for $14.34. But not having to run to the nut and bolt store every time you need something is priceless. Having what you need when you need it, not having to go through the junk bin and putting some old rusty nut and bolt on your project because you don't want to take the time to run. Priceless. 1/4 nuts. Feels so good to have the bins more full. You never know exactly how much to get when you're over there. I had 1/4-inch fender washers. I had quite a few, but I was running out of flat washers. There we go. I have a ton of lock washers for some reason. That was sad. That's sad. I just put the 5/16 washers in the 1/4-inch bin. Dang it. Fail. Alright, it's going to take me just a moment to drag these out. Darn it, anyway. Well, at least I pushed all the fender washers away, so I didn't make too big of a mess. You knew something was going to happen. There we go. 5/16. In the right drawer this time. Now 1/4-inch. Nice. Couple more to go. 3/8 flat washers. I think I'd run completely out. I got lock washers. Now flat washers. And the last bag is 1/2-inch lock washers. I needed a few yesterday. I found a few, but I was almost out. There we go. Restock. So, my nut and bolt bins are looking good. They're looking good. Look at that. I got what I need of the common stuff. You're always going to need that uncommon stuff, but that's going to severely reduce my number of trips to the nut and bolt store. That's my tips and tricks for the day. Keep your bolt bins stocked. If you gotta go get some. Thank you guys for commenting, watching, subscribing, share my videos. We'll catch you on the next one.